Hi everyone, I'm Rebekah and welcome to this lower body Vinyasa flow. We're going to be working quite fast through some Vinyasa movements to build strength and heat in our lower body, and then we're going to have some nice static cooling down stretches to open up the hips and just release everything that we've worked. So let's begin on our mats in tabletop position. Come down with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Slightly turning out the hands, press the hands into the ground. Take an inhale, drop the belly, drop the chest, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Come into your cow. Exhale, pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, lifting up the tailbone, allow the belly to drop. Chest comes between the hands. Exhale, pull the belly in, lift up the spine, press the hands into the ground as much as you can. Take another inhale, come into your cow. Maybe rolling forwards a little, get a bit of a wrist stretch. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, roll the belly over itself, maybe even taking the hips back towards the heels as though child's pose. Inhale, bring the hips back forwards again. Drop down the belly, lift the eye gaze up, maybe take the eye gaze to the right. Exhale, pull in the tailbone, tuck in the belly, lift up through between the shoulders. And inhale, lifting up the tailbone, drop the chest, lift the head, maybe take the eye gaze to the left. Exhale, tucking in the belly, curling up as much as you can, lift up the spine. And inhale, come down for your last cow, really sink the spine as much as you can. Tuck the toes behind you, lift the hips up and back, come into your first downward dog as you exhale. Adjust your hands if you need to, make sure your fingers are spread wide. Pressing the heels down, but they do not need to touch the ground. Just doing that motion will start to open up the hamstrings. Maybe walking the dog. Find a little length in the legs, maybe waking up your legs for the first time today. Come back to your downward dog. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up high, come into three-legged dog. Exhale, roll the body forwards, left leg comes between the hands, come into your high lunge. Inhale, arms come up high, high crescent. Exhale, hands come back down. Left foot comes behind you, come into your high plank. Inhale for your plank. Exhale, lower down for your vinyasa, maybe coming to your knees. Elbows hug the ribs, drop down the chest. Untuck the toes, lift the knees, inhale, come up for cobra. Shoulders roll back. Exhale, tuck the toes underneath you. Press the body up, perhaps to the knees first. Lift the hips up and back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands, high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up high, sink the hips, high crescent. Exhale, hands come back down. Right foot goes back, come into your high plank. Inhale in your high plank, roll the body forwards to the tips of the toes. Hug the elbows to the ribs, maybe coming down in Chaturanga Dandasana. Come all the way down to the belly, untuck the toes, keep the knees lifted. Inhale for cobra, peel the elbows back. Eye gaze is ahead. Exhale, tuck the toes, maybe lifting up without the knees. Hips come up and back, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Inhale, left leg comes up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, curl the body as the left leg comes all the way forwards into your high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up high, high crescent. Staying high with the arms. Exhale, straighten the left leg, turn the body to the right side of the mat. Keeping the toes out and the heels in. Inhale, come into your star, arms go wide. Exhale, sink down as you bend the knees, hands come down to prayer. Inhale, press up, take up space as you become a star. Exhale, hands come to prayer, bend down, maybe come a little deeper into your goddess squat. Inhale, take up as much. Inhale, lift the arms, come into your star, strengthen the legs, pull in the navel. Exhale, palms come together, dip down for your squat, come a little deeper. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, all the way down. One more, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down to your prayer. Turn the body to the right, yes to the back of your mat, and sink down as you come into a high lunge, facing the back. Hands are still in prayer. Inhale, lift the arms up high, come into your high crescent. Exhale, hands come down to frame the right foot, take the right foot back, coming into your high plank. Yes, we are facing the back of the mat, it's okay, we will return to the front. Take an inhale in your high plank. Roll the body onto the tips of the toes. Exhale, hug those elbows into the ribs. Lower the body down. Untuck the toes. Inhale for cobra, maybe coming all the way up into your up dog. Sink the hips, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, rolling on the toes, come up and back. Downward dog. Inhale, take the right leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee, take the right foot as far as you can between the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up high, high crescent. Exhale, straighten the right leg, turning to the side of the mat. Keep the toes wide and the heels in. Come into your star as you inhale. Exhale, palms come together. Sink down into your goddess squat. Inhale, lift the arms up high, star. Exhale, palms come together, sink down. 3 more to go. Inhale, lift up high. Pull the navel in. Exhale, see if you can sink down a little deeper. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, create as much space as you can. Spread the fingers wide. Exhale, palms come together, sink down into your goddess squat, holding here. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper. All the weight is in the heels. Spread the toes wide. Activate all of the foot. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, arms come up wide. Make another star. Stretch those legs. Exhale, palms come together. Sink down for your prayer. Turn the body to the left, facing the front of the mat again. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Sink down into your high lunge. Hands are still in prayer. Inhale, raise the arms up for high crescent. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Take the left foot back. Come into your high plank. Hold the high plank. Take a moment here to check your alignment. Maybe turning the hands a little bit more out. The V between the thumb and the forefinger facing forwards. Press the hands down, lift up through the space between the shoulders. Tuck the pelvis, pull in the navel. And take an inhale here. Exhale, roll the body forwards to the tips of the toes. Hug the elbows in as you lower down for your exhale. Inhale for a cobra, or even all the way up to up dog. Exhale, rolling on the toes, come up and back. Sink down in the heels as you exhale for your downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Start to pedal the feet once again. Noticing if you're feeling a little bit more flexible. Now that we've warmed up, now that we're starting to open up those hamstrings. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg as you walk the dog here. Now turn the eye gaze underneath the left armpit. Allow the left cheek just to touch the left bicep. Press down in the left leg and open all the way down the left side of the body. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee. Take the eye gaze to the right. The right cheek touches the right bicep. The right heel presses down. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, sink the heels down one last time for your down dog. Inhale, take the left leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes all the way forward between the hands for your high lunge. Turn the right foot down so that it press down in the right foot, allowing the heel to touch the ground. Inhale, strengthen the left leg as you lift the arms up. Sink down into your warrior one. Really making an effort to pull back in that left hip. Press forward in the right while still anchoring down on the outer edge of the right foot. Holding here, pull the navel in. Keep lifting the chest and the shoulders away from the hips. Maybe spreading the fingers, finding length. Keep lifting the chin away from the chest. Now I want you to really bring your focus to your glute muscles. So all the muscles on the outside of the right leg here, really try to tense them as though you're squeezing your butt. This is going to activate all down the side of the leg and really start to find some strength in those muscles. One last breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And inhale, straighten the left leg. Turn to the right side. Make sure that the right foot is now facing the side of the mat. Arms come down to a T. Bend the left leg. Exhale for your warrior two. Make sure that the left knee is over the left heel. Keep pressing down on the outer edge of the right foot, expanding the space between the left hip and the right hip. So you're pulling the left hip left, pulling the right leg right. Arms come out straight ahead of you. Maybe glancing backwards, have a look at your right hand, make sure it's over the right foot. Sometimes we can move around without meaning to. Inhale out of the crown of the head, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, maybe sinking a little deeper in that left knee. Allow the left hand to come down to the inside of the left leg. Right arm comes up and over. Sink down into your extended side angle. Right arm comes up all the way overhead, maybe touching the left fingertips to the ground. Keep that bend in the left knee. Maybe take the eye gaze up to the right arm. Evenly place the weight between your forward foot and the back foot. Using that left arm to press that left knee backwards. And finally, straighten the left leg. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring the arms to a T. Toes in, heels out this time. Lift up out of the crown of the head, inhale. And exhale with a flat back, folding forwards into your forward fold. Allowing the hands to rest anywhere that's possible for you today within your practice. Maybe the line between your feet, placing your hands on the mat and bending the elbows to encourage the head and the shoulders and the chest a little deeper. You can also place your hands on the outsides of your legs if that feels more comfortable for you. Wherever you're up to, really make an effort to inhale and lengthen out of the crown of the head. And exhale, suck in the belly. Create space so you can fold a little deeper into your bend. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips, come to a flat back. Walk the hands to the left foot. Place the left hand behind the left heel if you can reach, or anywhere down the leg is also fine. Keeping the feet and the legs where they are. Inhale, take your eye gaze to the outer edge of the left foot. Exhale, bring the stomach to the thigh, the shoulder to the knee, and just gently encouraging the forehead towards the left shin. Really feeling that intense release all the way down from the outer edge of the left foot and up the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, lift the head away, come back to a flat back. Walk the hands all the way to the right, keeping the feet glued to the ground. Right hand comes to the outer side of the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly comes to thigh, shoulder to the right knee, and head towards the right shin. With each inhale, trying to get that head a little closer. And with every exhale, pulling that belly in, trying to create space so you can get a bit deeper. Inhale, straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. And exhale, turn the right foot to face the back of the mat, bend the right knee. Take a nice high lunge on that right leg. Frame the right foot, take the right foot back, come into your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, enjoy your vinyasa, any variation that you wish to take. Inhale up. Exhale, roll up and back, downward dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, lift the right leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. High lunge on the right. Left foot comes to the ground at a 45-degree angle. Find strength in the right foot. Lift the arms up, come into your warrior one. Reach out of the fingertips spread wide. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chest and the shoulders away from the hips and pull in the navel. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the right knee a little deeper, getting that right knee over the right ankle. Ensure that you're pressing down on the outer side of the left foot. Pull back the right hip. Press forward the left. It's a lot of things to remember, I know. But just make sure you're nice and deep. Take a couple more breaths here. Finally, inhale. Lift up out of the fingertips, straighten the left leg, turn the left foot to the side of the mat. Chest and ribs come to the side of the mat. Arms come out to a T. Inhale, lift up out of the crown of the head. Ensure your hips are facing the side, that your left toes are facing. And bend the right knee. Exhale, come down to your warrior two. Really trying to ease the right knee over the right heel. pressing down all the way from the left hip down to the outer edge of the left foot. Take a glance back at your left hand, make sure it hasn't gone walkabouts back there. And finally, take the eye gaze over to the right fingertips. Really trying to use the right knee and the left leg to separate from each other so you could feel the hips opening. Inhale, lift up out of the crown of the head, make space between the shoulders and the hips. Exhale, bend the right knee a little deeper. Take the right arm down to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, left arm comes up and over as you come into your extended side angle. Maybe reaching the right fingertips to the ground. Left arm reaches long, creating that nice long line from the left fingertips all the way down to the outside of the left foot. Eye gaze turns up to the sky, or maybe even to the left fingertips. Using that right arm to press the right hip knee backwards. Keep pulling in the navel. And take an inhale, lengthen, straighten the right leg. Left arm comes up and back. Bringing the toes in and the heels out. Inhale, reach the arms out to a T. Exhale, folding down with a flat back. Enjoy your wide forward fold after all of that work. Hands come down to the ground in that space between the feet. Inhale, lengthen out of the spine, straighten the back. Exhale, pull in the belly. Use the hands on the ground. Press the hands into the ground as you bend the elbows and come a little deeper into your forward fold. Inhale, lift up onto the fingertips. Come find your flat back. Walk the hands over to the left foot, left hand to the outside of the left heel. Inhale, lengthen. You know what's coming next. Exhale, folding down over the left leg, gradually encouraging that forehead to the left shin. Inhale, lengthen out of the head, straightening the arms. Walk the hands over to the right foot. Right hand goes to the outside of the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come up, straight arms, looking at the back of the mat. Turning the right foot forwards, facing the back of the mat once again. Generous bend in the right knee. Hands frame the right foot. Take the right foot all the way back behind you. Lift the right leg up high. Come into your three-legged dog. And bend the right three-legged dog. And then take the right leg. Take the right foot just behind the left hand. Bend the right knee. Take the right knee behind the right hand. And just allow the left hip to sink down as you come into your high pigeon. Untuck the left toes. Make any changes you need to make, any adjustments. Maybe creeping that left leg back a little. Press the hands into the ground. Lift up the chest. And exhale. Start to lower yourself down to your half pigeon. Maybe coming to your forearms. Maybe allowing the chest to fold over the leg. And even finally bringing the head down to the ground if that's within your practice today. Be sure that the left heel is rolling towards the left side of the mat, allowing a little bit of space in the lower back. Taking long breaths. With each exhale, allow the right hip, the right glute, the whole outside of the right thigh to relax a little deeper into the stretch. Surrender your head, your neck, your shoulders to the mat, noticing that with each breath, any discomfort in this stretch starts to ease away. And finally, lifting the forehead up from the mat, coming back onto the forearms. Walk the hands up, come into your high pigeon, sink the hips down. Maybe taking a tiny, tiny back bend as you press the fingertips into the ground. Come back onto the palms. Tuck the left toe once again. Lift the right knee back up into your three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the right hip. Sink down in the left heel. Be sure not to curl the chest to the right, keep the shoulders stacked, maybe flexing the right foot. Take an inhale, and exhale, pull the right knee into the chest, cross the right knee over to the left side of the mat, and bring the right hip down to the ground. Pull in the right foot to the left upper thigh. Really try to get that heel into the groin. Lift the arms up high, inhale. Turning over to the left leg, exhale, fold down with as flat a back as you can. Reaching down the leg anywhere where you can grab today, your calf, your ankle, maybe your heel, maybe even your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Taking a micro bend in the elbows if you have the space for it. Pulling the body down a little deeper. Trying to make as much contact as you can between the top side of the thigh and the chest. Maybe you can even get all the way down with your forehead to your shin. Tuck the chin into the chest. Allow a nice C curve in the spine as you roll the body back up. And come back up to seated. Bend the left knee. Bring the soles of the feet together. The heels touch. The toes align. Interlock the fingers. Pull the heels as close to your groin as you can. Inhale. Reach up out of the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders back. Staying nice and tall in the spine. Exhale. Allow the knees to gradually open and move a little closer to the ground. Not needing to add any extra weight to this. Gravity will do all the work. Just keep lifting up through the crown of the head so that we're not tempted to roll forwards. Maybe gently closing the eyes. Coming back to that long and deep breath. Using your exhales, sending the breath down to the hips and allowing them to relax a little further. Inhale, lift up out of the crown of the head. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Feel the back of the neck stretch. Release the toes, take the hands to the outsides of the knees, help the knees and the hips as you bring the legs back together again. Shift a little bit over to the left on your mat as you take the left leg out long this time. Pull the left heel into the groin. Flex the right foot, lift the arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, turn the body to the right. Fold down over the right leg, reach out long, grabbing the ankle, the foot, anywhere where your hands can reach today. Inhale, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, folding down. Keep flexing the right foot, pressing that right knee down if you can. Maybe bending the elbows, using the strength in the arms to roll the body over that right thigh. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold one more time. Inhale, lengthen out of the crown of the head. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, see curve in the spine as we roll back up to seated. Take the hands to the front of your mat. Come onto the outer edge of the right foot. Tuck the left knee into the chest. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Take the left leg up high. Inhale for your three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the left hip, sink down in the right foot. Trying to keep both shoulders stacked and facing the ground. Pull the navel in as you lift the left leg away from the ground. Maybe flexing the left foot to keep the leg active. Bring the left knee into the thigh. Inhale, left leg comes up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left foot just behind the right hand. The left knee bends, comes behind the left hand. And just gradually bring the right knee down. Maybe using the right foot to pull the right leg back a little as you sink the hips down. Now remember, it's normal for one hip to be a little tighter than the other. For example, for me, my left hip is always more tight than the right. Our bodies are not always symmetrical, and that's okay. That's normal. Just listen to your body. I always allow a little bit more time when I'm coming down into my half pigeon on my left hip. Whenever you're ready, take the hands out ahead of you, maybe coming down to your forearms. Eye gaze to your fingertips. Using the breath. Remember to use the exhale, sending the breath to the left hip. Using your breath to find more relaxation within the discomfort. If you're ready to come down with your chest, please feel free. My left hip's a little bit more tight, so I'm going to take my time. Just really paying attention to the body. Zoning in on every single tiny muscle as it starts to awaken in the stretch, and then again as it starts to ease off. Eventually coming all the way down to your forehead if that's within your practice. Allowing the right heel to roll away from you to the right side of the mat, creating space in the low back. Encouraging that right hip towards the mat. feeling that sweet release all the way down the outer edge of the left thigh. If it ever gets too much, you can always come back up to the forearms and hold that pose, and then maybe even come down again. Listening to your body always, whatever feels good for you. Allowing the head, the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the forearms, all to surrender into the mat. Finally, gently lifting the forehead off of the mat. Come onto the forearms. Walk the hands back up, come into your high pigeon, roll the shoulders back, maybe coming onto the fingertips to sink that right hip down a little lower. Tiny back bend as you press the hands into the ground. And finally, carefully rolling onto the left hip. Take the right hand behind you, left foot joins the right foot to the back of the mat. It's not a graceful way. Sit up tall. Hands come forwards as we roll all the way down to the mat with a nice curve in the spine. Make our way down to our savasana. Take the left foot out to the left corner. The right foot goes to the right and allow the feet to roll away from the body. The left hand comes out with a space between the arm and the body, as does the right. Palms facing up. Maybe rock the head from left to right, finding that perfect spot where it sits naturally. Perhaps tucking the shoulder blades underneath you so you can get a nice flat back on the mat. When you've done all your physical adjustments, you've moved everything you need to move. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Taking the moment to notice every single muscle of the body, especially in the legs. Feeling as though your body is sinking into the mat. Every single part of you is both incredibly heavy, but also light, and perhaps feeling a little bit like you're floating. Keeping your awareness to the rhythmic movement of the breath, the movement in your belly and in your chest. Completely surrender to the ground. Every single part of your body that touches the ground, connecting you to the earth. Take as much time as you possibly can in your Shavasana today. Every moment will be special and your body will thank you for it. Whenever you're ready, thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed practicing with me, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below so that you can see the future videos as soon as they're posted. Thank you for your support. See you soon.